To the Fox Den. I'm your boy Night Fox. We're gonna do something a little different right now. We're gonna do a podcast slash aka what the podcast is called, the FoxBox. But we got our co-star, aka the real star of the show.
JedStar!
Hell yeah!
JedStar Peanut League!
No more peepees. Okay. Okay. Alright.
Open your mouth.
Oh,
Just like tap water, right?
Oh. So the purpose of this game, we're gonna be cleaning and spraying and getting things really moist. You know who would like this game? Moist Critical.
Oh, funny. So, let me tell you a little bit about this game before we start off. You have different settings you could hit with the R1 and L1. Red being the most powerful but the smallest area. White being for the grindy ones, when you... Yeah, there you go. So, while you clean, if you hit the right bumper, it'll show you the dirt that is left. This will help immensely. If you hit left bumper, you can automatically just let it loose, just let it loose like a cannon. If you hit up bumper, which is pretty advisable when you're cleaning a big area, you can just move it around and aim. If you hit down, you get to use equipment around you, like say for instance if you need to use this, you can go up here. In terms of the triangle shows you the different types of nozzles that you have. As I said before, 20 degree, 0 degree, 40 degree. The other ones are locked, but locked for later. For now, we'll open it later as we get more money. Circle shows you clean liquids, but I'll explain later when we buy it. And then square as well. When you reach about $50 or $75, Nightfox, let me know so I can help you out with that. Besides that, L1, R1, or L2 changes the orientation, like the way you spray it, and R2 just fires it. You can sprint, you can crouch, yep. And your goal is basically to get 100%.
100%?
Yep. So the thing that I mainly use is the right bumper on the right D-pad, just because it just shows me what I have to clean left. I'm pretty bad at finding the right spots, but once you do, you'll hear this little ding, like so. Like so, like that. And if you see in the top left, it shows you the body. You have to do the whole, you know what I mean? The body is all of the car, that's not the tires and things like that, so... Nightfox, you can get down from there if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you hit the options, you got the shop on the top right, shows you what you need or what you have. Also, in the front, it just shows you how much you've cleaned and how much you need to clean, things like that.
Oh yeah.
The second half of this game is the podcast. Nightfox and I will try to actually do some professional, as professional as two stoners can get. On a podcast.
Speaking of that, I forgot to do my thing. Dude, this is a 420 friendly channel.
It's a fucking 420 community.
Every day, all day. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Already effing up. Oh yeah.
Well, but you clean. Wow, you clean that. See, doesn't this feel nice while you talk? Right? You clean that fucking tire right there. So we can split up the work area. I'll get the back, you get the front. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Devil's corkscrew.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways, with that being said, we're going to do a podcast, and the two topics that we have, and we'll have more if we decide to talk about more, is extraterrestrials and cryptids.
Oh, yeah.
Cryptids are humanoid creatures, are kind of like, your SCP mythology or urban legends, yada yada, that look humanoid. That's pretty much the only comparison of all cryptids.
Check the dirt again. Oh, I see.
Right, yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's start off with extraterrestrials because I feel like we have more things to talk about.
So lately, I've been watching this channel called the Y-Files. They're
It's
highly
Pornhub.
recommended. From Pornhub. Yes, they have some extraterrestrial sci-fi stuff on there. I heard.
Uh huh.
Um, so there is something called the Black Satellite. If you don't know what it is, the nickname of this device is called Oumuamua. They said it was an asteroid that came in our how you say our gravitational pull. But the thing is that it doesn't act like an asteroid. So the length of it
This
is
is the
too
last one.
long. They say that they've seen some gases coming off of it, but not regular gases that asteroids would leave or meteorites.
In fact, the last one is right here.
Where?
Come here. No, come here. Oh shit. There you go. There you go. Then,
That
if you
was
hit
it on the
options,
window.
yep, if you hit options,
All right. Oh, I can buy a new gun. Options.
if
Oh
you
my.
hit options, there you go.
Oh my. It shows that you just see me
Mhm.
on the car. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
So it gives us a time lapse.
Yes. How much money do you have?
Oh, I just got $1.50.
Nice. So, before we continue with the podcast, I'm just gonna do this so that we can easily clean more stuff. Go to your career or go to your shop. I would suggest buying the Prima Vista.
Alright, so how do I go into the
If
shop?
you want, then the plastic fog. I forgot what that
Power
was.
washer, cleaning liquids,
Oh, so go to equipment
equipment.
and then go for the
Prime
short
Vista.
extension. Yeah, go for the short extension one.
Alright, so Prime Vista stored extension, yeah?
Yep. And then
Alright,
if you have
bought
enough
it.
money, you could also buy the plastic nozzle, which I'll tell you a little bit about. The plastic nozzle lets you.
Yeah,
Um,
turbo nozzle, soap nozzle, turbo,
oh, sorry,
soap,
soap nozzle. Yeah,
soap nozzle.
yeah. If you get that one, um, it lets you use soaps. And if you have a big area to clean, you could just buy soaps from the shop, and it'll make it much faster. It's a big area, and it does a lot of cleaning.
Uh,
But anyways, we can go to the next career. If you go to the little hamburger icon, you can go to careers or whatever. Yep.
Alright, I see
And then
what
you
they're
could choose
doing.
whatever you want to do next.
Alright, let's go clean the back garden. Make this 450. No, but you know what? That's close to 420. So if y'all have anything packed up, rolled up, getting ready to dab it up, or even vape it up, into the homies that say, "Hey man, I got not to smoke on," or "Hey bro, I just don't smoke." I just want to say thank you to everyone that comes up to the FoxBox and hangs out with your boy Fox and JedStar. And with that being said, at the count of 420, we're gonna let it rip, and then talk about extraterrestrials in chat. And then the viewers at home, if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, or if there's anything that are you really pushing me with that force you have, son?
Our penises are connected.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Come here. Just let me hit you with that. Oh, fine. So with that being said, the kind of I stole that you in the bag and just peek over like, hey man, hi. 420, we're gonna let it rip a 4, a 2, a 0.
Zippo.
Let it rip.
I suck dick.
What?
Nothing.
I wasn't ready for that one. It was not okay. Alright, so
Alright. So we can divide the jobs, or we can tackle each one together. Um, whatever you prefer. I will say the pond here, and this patio area here.
Fuck.
These are
What the
pretty.
fuck did they do here?
I know. But Oscar had trouble a little bit with these two just because they suck doo doo.
This looks like poo poo.
Right? Anyways, yeah, so what do you want to get started with?
I'm gonna work on this little section.
Alright, I'm going to work upstairs then. But let's continue with the podcast. Now,
Yes,
Fox.
sir. Yes, sir. So there was basically they said a meteorite, but they did more, like more detailed investigation on it, and they are saying that it is not a meteorite. It has different characteristics, how it floats, how it just sits there. So they're thinking it has extraterrestrial origin.
What do you
They
mean by extraterrestrial origin?
they
Like,
think
it's
it
not
came
from
from
this world?
another. Yes, they think it either came from a different solar system,
Uh-huh.
or they're thinking that it possibly. They're not like denying it that it could actually be a spacecraft. But the thing is, it's you know how things can get rusted from them being old. They think it kind
Uh-huh.
of got petrified so long. So
Sorry, you cut off. You said they got petrified?
they think that the spaceship got petrified if it's a craft,
What do you mean petrified?
like it fossilized.
Something happened to it?
Yeah. So basically, you know how we have fossils.
Uh-huh.
Basically, it became fossilized out in space.
Mm.
So like a whole
How
bunch of
does
dirt
it turn into
debris.
that, though?
I think it's like a whole bunch of space debris. Again, like little meteorite fragments could have damaged something, and
Uh-huh.
again, because it's the vacuum of space, and I think again, like I possibly think that moisture can be a thing in space.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that after like a certain amount of time and being in the vacuum of space or having some type of moisture happen, that it could have possibly gotten petrified.
Right, because Halley's Comet is actually made of ice, which is a form of liquid that just can't not be moisture, you know what I mean?
Yep. So if somehow, oh, the reflections are so beautiful. So I possibly
Just like
think
your
that.
eyes. What?
Oh, thank you. But I honestly think it could be a huge piece of either a spaceship or a satellite that got petrified and is just sitting in our atmosphere. And if somehow an
Mm.
advanced civilization does have a way to do that type of stuff, man, then they've just been slowly watching us for basically, I think, since our civilization became a thing. Because I do believe that aliens or extraterrestrials do exist, and how
Yeah.
ancient civilizations have thought of, spoke of gods. Again, we think like they always speak of gods coming from the sky, and after modern civilization and everything, we start looking more into the skies. Then we're like, oh yeah, there's all these other planets, and again, then we start thinking, what are the possibilities of there being like actual life on these planets? Why can't this fucking dirt come off? It's making me sad.
Which one? Oh, you're using the smallest one?
Oh, I forgot.
There you
I
go.
gotta use the power.
Yeah. Oh, and here, press the touchpad.
Wait,
I don't know if you already have it.
that thing?
What?
I'm using this thing.
Um, that thing is for, say for instance, like you see this area right here.
Oh, wait.
Come here.
Oh, I didn't even clean the damn thing. Nope.
Yeah, you need to buy soap. You need to buy soap with that. But come here. You see it says here patio,
Yeah.
top left. Below it says stone. Now you need to buy a stone soap cleanser in order
So
for
this gun
that.
is not gonna do anything? Oh, it does. Wait, doesn't
No,
look like it does too much.
no, you gotta go to the bottle again. No, yeah, there we go. Should try it on this again? Yeah, it's not doing anything. You need the soap to do it. Or it's not doing much, anyways.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to.
hmm Anyways,
Oh,
I
that is
have a
so cool.
question, if you don't mind.
Yes,
I actually have a story to tell you.
I like story. Go tell.
All right, so back in 1988, in the what's that observatory in Hawaii?
Uh,
Um, that huge observatory, the Harry Reid Observatory or something like that. A couple astronomers were looking around trying to see if there's any new like life forms or trying to basically see if there's anything out there. One day, I think it was January 12th, 1988, a man by the name of Frederick Jones was basically calibrating, and he just decided to, on a whim, swipe it around. The ball that you were using, the gyro ball that allows you to see different areas. He swiped it around just because he was trying to see if anything would come happen. And what he did, it landed on this nebula and a galaxy that kind of looks like an eyeball. And for a quick moment, he was like, "Oh wow, this is just amazing." And for a quick moment, you saw a blink.
yeah.
Now, the only other scientist at the time was named Samantha Jones as well, because they were married. Um, at the time, the diary regales that Frederick Jones was very scared to even let this out in the public, because what would happen, riots, priests, the whole, like, I guess, absence of religion kind of debunks it once you see a huge eye in the sky.
Yeah, but no, see, here's
And
the thing. Okay, I'll let you finish. Then I have something to say to that too.
I gotcha. Basically, this is an ethical question because you're like, would you rather let people know? Because when he let Samantha Jones know and see this, that night she hung herself because the fact that both of them are married, married Catholics. The fact that I guess having an eye almost looking like as if we're experiments, kind of like ceases your will to live. You know what I mean? Like, are we just experiments? One of the questions that he asked in his diary is like, are we just here to be experiments for this subject? And if so, what are we supposed to do?
And
So I
that
wanted
goes
your thoughts on this.
and that goes to the notion of humans typically think like why we are here. Like even if we're religious, it's like we're guided by something. To religion or someone telling us humans are guided species.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, when it comes down to the religion like aspect, you can always say it's God watching. Because
Right.
God is a creature or a being that's up there. We don't know how far up there he is, but he's up there. And if he is a being that does exist, and again, I'm not saying he does or doesn't, because I believe in everything. I believe in all religion, but I also believe the fact that there could be other species of extraterrestrials, or these extraterrestrials were indeed our gods.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they knew that we weren't so advanced. They took a dive into understanding humans. They said, "Hey, humans they're not bad."
Use
And
this. Use the green one. Use the green one. It's better for you.
oh,
Sorry.
okay, thank you. It's okay.
Yeah, the yellow ones are usually for the ones that are like hard to hit. But if it's like a floor patio, it takes a little bit, but it's still pretty effective, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, you were
Um,
saying
what was I saying?
about humans are always meant to kind of like put religion into something, you know?
That too, and again, I think humans are very like a lead species.
Right. Right.
So
Like
like
we're social creatures.
yes, and I think even due with being social creatures, we as a human race, we always have been told to do things,
Hmm.
what to believe, what to do, how to do, and again, it feels like we were a species meant to be led. Because again, throughout our ancient civilizations, we followed leaders, we followed kings, we followed this, we followed religion, we followed beliefs, we followed myths, we followed facts, we followed this. So, and again, when it comes down to religion and the concept of like that eyeball, it can always
Mm-hmm.
be into the thought that it is that one God. So again, Christianity, is it God? Yes, it's God. It's a God's eye. We don't know how big He is,
Mm-hmm.
because again, we can't fathom how big a God is. So, and again, if a creature is studying us, how long have we been trying to study it?
Right. What
So
if space is just the actual space between us and God?
I think that's what it is.
You
It's
think
a,
so?
it's a, so like no matter if our life is a simulation or what it is, we're obviously being observed. We have a theory called the observation theory, where two atoms act differently when they're being
Mm-hmm.
observed, but if they're not being observed, they again act independently. But when they're being observed, they know their placement, so they act like how they're supposed to act.
Mm.
And how can atoms and molecules know that? So again, like knowing how small our Earth is and how small we are in the spectrum of the cosmos, dude, we're nothing. We're just like one of those little atoms that we look under a microscope, or even
Right.
smaller. So for all we know, we're just a whole bunch of cells working in a bigger body than what we think we are.
Does that scare you?
No,
Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, are you okay with being just that?
I'm okay with just being what life has given me. Because you know what?
Mm.
Again, as humans, we always say, what are the odds of you being born and the soul being in that body? You have more chances of dating a supermodel and being a millionaire than you actually being conceived. That's nuts.
Right. Right.
So again, like, who doesn't say that you yourself doesn't have a purpose? But again, who gives you that purpose is yourself. There isn't a god, there isn't an alien, because again, if they really needed to have this much intervention with us, they did it years ago.
Mm.
And it
You
feels
talking about
like
with Noah's Ark?
Noah's Ark, the Egyptians, again, biblical type of things, because it feels like the biblical events is where we learn more about the understanding of ourselves. Because we learn
Mm.
more from our past than we can think about our present. Because there's nothing we can learn from our future because that hasn't existed. So we have to learn from our past.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it can be learned. It's like, how can the pyramids be built with this mainstream media that they're saying, yeah, it was manpower and the use of wood and this, bro? No, that's bullshit.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. There is no, dude. It would have taken them so much longer to use man force and logs and labor for those pyramids to be built in the time that they were built. No way. Then they
Mm-hmm.
start
Mm-hmm.
to realize some of the cutting, the work that they did on this marble or the sandstone. Like, bro, there are certain pristine edges you kind of leave you like, bro, that's too much of a right angle to be done with chisel and copper.
What was the biggest thing after the pyramids?
Um,
Just take a guess.
the biggest thing after the pyramids
Mm-hmm. To reach that height and above.
reached that height, I think it was the Eiffel Tower.
Yep. And you know how long that took?
How long?
Over like 5,000 years, right? It took
No.
humans to build. Yeah, because the Great Pyramids were built around like what, BC?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it was 5,000 BC or 6,000 BC.
Yeah, so you're right. So it took 5,000 years for a human civilization to create something almost as big,
Like,
but again, not using as many materials as they did.
and not as advanced, right? So
Yep.
how were we able to be so advanced in this, right?
And that's what kind of leaves me questions about humans, because I also think humans in ourselves, we are extraterrestrials. There is no way that science can show that there were fucking lizards on this planet. Then fucking somehow they get exterminated and no, bro. Nah. We came from a fucking asteroid from a different planet and ended up fucking being like little fucking atoms chilling and
Are you talking
somehow
about this? Is this before or after the crustacean period? Like, are you saying that this is when the lizards were here, like dinosaurs, or were we
like it felt
before
like
that?
this, but like the before humans inhabited this planet, it was
Hmm.
lizards, dinosaurs,
Right.
fish, but where were the primates, the monkeys, the chimpanzees?
The only
Those,
recollection were just marsupials, like rats and stuff like that.
yep, but nothing with like you would say like a humanoid look to them.
Hmm.
None of it. Then all of a sudden, like a million years later, after a certain asteroid
Was it
hits,
12,000 BC or something? I forget how long ago when we were like not even Neanderthals before that, right?
yeah, we didn't
Before
even know
Homo
how to
sapiens.
fucking make fire yet. Like then we found out that hey, at one time in the human life expectancy, not life expectancy throughout our
Life
human
dispensary.
history. Oh, a dispensary. I need to go to one and not a tree. But yeah, but our human history shows that fucking there were two different types of humans living on Earth at one point.
Hmm.
And to me, that sounds extraterrestrial already as is. Two different human beings, and not just, again, race. They were two different. One was smart, and the other was da-da-da. So again, it didn't understand how to make fire, didn't know what to do with fire. But then all of a sudden we have one that say, hey, yeah, we know how to make fire, we know how to do this, we know how to gather, we know how to hunt. Oh, we just don't know how to just kill things and eat things, and no, we know how to clothe. Like, what
Hmm.
inside of their brain said, hey, you guys can do this? After,
Right.
So it feels like there had to be some type of weird intervention, or again, we were just built different for some odd reason.
Like, have you ever heard of the deal with the devil, right?
Yes.
I'm not trying to get too biblical, but this is kind of slightly off topic. But I want to bring it back to this to ask your question. So you know the most famous one where it was this guy who wanted to learn how to play the blues. I
Oh,
forgot his
yeah.
name is. I think it was Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't remember
Learn how
the
to play the
name.
blues, but the at the time blues was very devil and anti-religious type of way, so
Yeah.
even trying to get support for it was pretty hard. Nevertheless, the guy didn't even know a lick of blues, even though he knew how to play, or he knew what it was, but he never knew how to play it. Anytime he would pick up a guitar and start playing, he would just be really bad, reports would say. There are no reports of his birth certificate or his death certificate, but one day in 1898, no, 18 something, um, he comes back to his town in, I think it was in Arkansas or somewhere in the Midwest, and he just picks up a guitar, and you can hear slightly foundations of rock and roll. Um,
Hmm.
at the time, people started like this is really good, but it got so criticized because it was like so similar
Different.
to the blues, right? So people speculate that he made a deal with the devil. Shortly after he played the guitar, both his wife and his wife who was pregnant, his child, died during childbirth. And his second wife also died shortly after, and he died of um, mysterious circumstances. But you know what the age was when he died?
33.
28. Yeah, you know the whole saying about like live by 28, the 28 club?
Oh yeah,
Right,
that's
with
like
Jimi
that's
Hendrix,
that.
Amy Winehouse, people like that.
Yes, I've heard
These
of
are,
that.
yeah, like they're so talented, but they all die before 28.
Now, you think that's
So,
coincidental, or you think that
I mean, I think maybe they possibly talked to,
they
well,
made a
maybe,
certain
you
deal?
know, yeah, because Amy Winehouse died because of I think it was a drug overdose. Jimi
Yep.
Hendrix died because of another drug overdose. I'm pretty sure. Um, Bob Marley, I think, died too, and before he was 28 or turned 28.
I think. How you turn this nozzle again? Okay, I found it. Oh yeah.
But
So
yeah.
I do think again
Hmm.
when it comes down to like making deals with these beings, because I don't want to call them devils. I don't want to call them gods. I don't want to say that they're that one true being. Because
Hmm.
I think there is something out there high, like more than what we know, that again we believe to be gods. And I think they don't get upset if we don't go by what they used to anymore, as
Hmm.
long as we keep that natural understanding of what that faith or what that understanding or what the message that they were trying to perceive is still taken under oath without it really
Mm.
being done every day, like going to church every day or going to mass every week or going to temple on this day or having to not eat this certain thing. I think if you take the like saying you don't go to mass every day but don't eat, have an Ash Wednesday or go kosher on certain things. I think to
Hmm.
them they will be understand that because again, they see that humans weren't perfect. These seen that again we have defied and defied and defied all type of logics that they probably put us to the test. But the only thing
Hmm.
that they don't understand is we probably have a shorter life expectancy than them. But again, what comes with that shorter life expectancy, I think it's the experience and the feelings. That's
Right.
what leaves these extraterrestrials wanting to be like observers. Because who says that once we gain that type of knowledge, that emotions seem to exist?
Right. Not even just emotions, but like experiences, being able, the power of writing things down. It's amazing because like I said, talent can be brought into life. Like people can be born with talent, but hard work can create similar reactions to that. Like what I'm saying. Like if someone's talented at baseball versus someone who's working hard at it for 6 years, both of them will be an equal part eventually. Because
Oh yeah,
if you're just a talented and you don't do any like hard work, then where is that gonna go?
yeah. So it's
It can
like
only carry
again,
you so much.
that's what I tell Gigi, like, cause he's naturally talented at drawing, and I know again, like, someone can't be born naturally; they have to learn it. But again, it's like when you go look at certain things and you're like, hey, like in my family, I have two people in my family that draw, but everyone else is a musician. They play
Mm,
instruments. So like that, but that part of my brain that runs in my family does plays music more. So music will be more of an understanding than art would be.
mm,
But it will still have to be learned and understood for me to fully grasp it. But then when
got
you
it.
talk to certain people, they say it just comes natural to them. That they didn't have to
Right.
learn. That they once they grabbed a pen and paper and started drawing, that those images were just right. They didn't have to learn portions. They didn't have to. They just seen and did.
Yeah.
So again, it's hard to when people say they're born with it, then the hard work, because I think the more again when you go to someone that's talented with something and then you have them put in more hard work than that natural talent, then you're like, what the fuck is that? Holy shit. Like my friend Chris, he great drawer, and he's always been drawing since I've known him. But then if you again have him do more of the hard work because he kind of like he didn't put it down. He does it here and there now instead of back in the day doing it consistently. But again, you do that hard work, of course it's gonna look more badass than again, like grabbing someone that doesn't know how to draw, and they know how to draw stick figures and all that happy horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the fuck?
You okay?
Some of these items are bitches.
Oh yeah, make sure you change the power. Like it can't always be green or yellow. Sometimes it can get red.
I've noticed that some of these stains are just not going away.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Which ones?
Oh, I got it. It's the yellow one. I gotta get the yellow crayon.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a yellow.
I gotta use this
All you're
one now.
getting is a yellow card. Yeah.
No, 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 no. I need.
How are you enjoying this so far?
It's fun because again, it's you're fucking cleaning. And again, I don't typically like cleaning, but I would do this for a job. This seems
Right,
very
dude. You get
satisfying.
paid. How much money do you have right now,
290, 294.
bro? And that's just an hour of your time right now. Imagine getting paid $300 an hour
Bro, I
for
would
just power washing.
again. I would
That'd
because
be
this.
so amazing.
Would you do this as a job?
Oh hell yeah! For $300 an hour, I would only have to work a year, and I'd be like banked. What? Let me put the calculations on. It's about 2080 work hours in a year times $300. You'd make $600,000.
Oh my, that's a big number.
That's a big number. And then with the money you have, you can invest it on workers. You can get more people to, just bada bing, bada boom. You're a fucking trillionaire in
Yeah, but
power
then you
washing.
gotta pay them.
Yeah, a small like amount. Like I'll pay them like $20 an hour, as opposed to my $300 an hour.
See, I wouldn't be able to do that because again, I would know that it would be helping people, and I'm like, bro, it helped me so much, and I'd be like, bro, I can do 3. That's how much I'm getting for the job. But how about I give you like $1.50? I'll take $1. You take $1.
Yeah, but like you found her first.
Yeah, I found her first, but that's me being. It feels like the humanitarian. Like if I find crops to eat, I'm gonna share the crops because again,
Well,
it's
why
it's
don't you invest on making a food market and then selling the crops at a lower price than it is to yield it?
see to yield because that's the thing. Humans based around their society and the civilizations about currency and money. Where I want to
Mm-hmm.
show generosity and also explain that food it's in itself isn't a form of currency because food can always be
Mm-hmm.
grown and be given or traded without anything like being given or taken away from you or having
Mm-hmm.
the cost because again it goes back to all what is it called bar basically it's like trading. It's another word like barter. That's what it is. It's like you see the value. It's like, hey, I'll trade you, some chicken and eggs if you give me, like 10 pints of milk from your cow.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you go on to the base value of what you think that 10 liters of milk is. So and it's like, hey, bro, how about, for that one chicken, I'll give you, like 2 gallons of milk. But it's
How
like,
much would
bro,
you invest? Would you invest in stocks? Yes or no?
but it has to be depending on what type of stock it is. Because when you
Okay.
invest in stock, it feels like you also have to learn what stock value is.
Right.
When it's not when to buy, it's knowing what's being used more. Because again, when I was trying to invest, my investments were trying to invest into Tesla. Because again, doing this whole EV thing, electrical vehicle, going greenhouse. Especially with Tesla, they've always done things electrical, and it seems like a lot of the vehicles are being purchased more. The only thing I think people don't understand that the infrastructure for electrical vehicles hasn't reached
Uh-huh.
its peak yet. Like for you
Mm.
to charge your car fully, it takes you more than like 2 hours. Then the
Right.
crazy ass thing is, what's powering those electric gas stations? Oil, and that was supposed to prevent the usage. But okay, so our
Right.
infrastructure it's not built up for that yet. So it's like you're saving the earth, but you're actually making it worse because we don't know how to produce electricity without using oil for that big of a how you say, like how we have gas stations. We can't just have electrical stations. We need something to generate that power.
Mm.
That's why I think people should go back to having water mills, actual windmills. And because our infrastructure is so big, we could make multiple of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the thing is we want fast, we want quick. Humans we need to be stimulated fast.
Yeah.
So it feels like if we can't generate enough power for people quickly, infrastructure starts to break down.
Yep.
Like one thing, children with autism use technology intensely. Without them having technology, their whole demeanor crashes.
Yes.
This is hard.
Skirt.
How the hell? Oh, can I jump in this bitch? I forgot the bottom side.
Mm.
Wait, we're only 10%, 90% done with this?
Right.
No fucking way.
All right. What's your other ET question
Oh, my other
or
ET
topic?
questions. You know what? I have one thing that's confusing.
Mm.
Time travel.
Right.
Well, do you think it possibly could exist, or you think it already does exist?
Okay. In order to really think about time travel per se, what are you essentially doing? Are you saying that time itself is a measurement that you can increase and decrease the way things are? And if so, are you using that time of relativity with Einstein? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like when you time travel, you also have to. It's like really based on laws, you know, like laws of physics. Are we transporting ourselves?
I
You know what I
think,
mean?
yeah, because I think like was a human construct. Like we use it as, how would I say, as a measurement. So in a sense, I do think like when like time itself, we can like pull it and attract it, or actually just fold it.
Hmm. Like
Because it,
folded, what do you mean? Like
uh,
fourth dimension?
not like a fourth dimension, but imagine, let's say per se, you get a piece of paper and you comb it. So like you grab it and you make a circle. So you basically grab
Mm-hmm.
that paper and you bend it in on itself.
All right.
So I think space is linear, so like straight, but we have a way to bend it. So we can go back and forth through it. And that's
Mm,
why I think like quantum mechanics explains like time travel is possible, but in an atomic level, like how atoms work. But the thing is, it's if atoms work in our dimension in that can work in that way, who doesn't say if technology one day gets advanced enough that we can actually be able to use that construct and being able to teleport?
right.
Like maybe not time travel, but maybe break down our we'll say our cells and able to teleport, because teleportation, like to being able to going something, then all of a sudden teleport to, we'll say, you want to go to Alaska. Boom. If there's a teleporter at the airport and they say, okay, next up to Alaska, you walk through, boom, breaks down your molecular level and respawns it in Alaska.
Hmm.
That's how I think teleportation works. So basically, it
Right.
breaks you down to to tiny particles. Then all that gets transported faster than the speed of light through basically how Wi-Fi works. And guess what?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because Wi-Fi is universal. Wi-Fi is everywhere,
Right.
and
But
that's
that's
due to
based on
satellite.
waves. Are we also including time travel as with waves?
Yeah, every we can deduct everything from like from a scientific standpoint that everything is waves.
Mm-hmm.
Like how things fluctuate,
Get in
how
this pit
things,
with me.
huh?
Get in this pit with me. Get in this pit with me.
You
And
know
then
what I think you
crouch.
just said?
Look, look. Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed all
Crouch and
that.
then, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no. You're fine. I'm just showing you that this game really takes you literally. There you go. See? And there's more. Yeah, as you were saying, well,
Wait, where's that button? There it is. What was I saying?
um, I guess are we talking? So we're still talking about radio waves,
So waves. So we have radio waves, we have microwaves, we have different
electronic
variety.
infrareds. We have, yeah, and we have radiation waves.
So it feels like with all those type of understanding of how waves work, it feels like time, and again, everything has to do with waves.
Right.
So again, it's hard to explain it because again, I'm kind of stoned, but
Mm-hmm.
the understanding of how waves works and how we again, have you ever heard of siren or I forgot? It's fucking basically a hadron collider. I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
That's supposed to be colliding atoms, like traveling at the speed of light and trying
Mm-hmm.
to replicate the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
That has
Do you
caused
want to get on Oscar the Fox then, by the way, or you can't?
who?
Oscar's at the Fox den.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we go there.
Okay.
Is it Brother Sal?
Is let me see. Is just Brother Sal.
Yeah, let's go hang out with Brother Sal. We get him in the topic too.
Okay.
Oh, we did it.
Good job.
Okay.
Now we just
Okay.
need this pond ball. We just need this fucking
So
pond ball. You just hit the right D-pad, and you'll see everything.
it doesn't seem like there's much.
Dude, you gotta get down here. Look. Come here. Look at
Oh,
this. Look below. Look, crouch all the way, and then look here.
I'm so sorry.
Look to your, look at where I'm looking at.
Damn.
Look where I'm looking at, now, Fox. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
D-pad. See? There you go.
what the hell is missing
Now
then?
we need the pond rim.
because here's the thing. Have you ever seen a UFO?
I have not.
I've seen 3 through my lifetime, and I
Mm-hmm.
think my family has come across some weird encounters.
We're done.
What? Job complete?
Go buy your equipment and then
No, no, no,
keep
no,
going.
no. I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna be pimping. I might buy some soap
No,
though.
wait. Go to the shop, buy the long extension at least, so that I can use it too. Because I can't use my
Oh
equipment,
my.
only yours.
I just see my dude jumping over everything.
Nice.
Clean the dirt bike.
Oh, let's go to Oscar.
All right, let's go talk. So we'll be right back. We're gonna get the brother. Go get the brother.
The brother.
Okay, okay. Let's go get the brother. Brother! 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 Welcome to the
So,
FoxBox, bro. How you doing?
playing Isaac.
Playing Isaac.
You want to play some power washing simulator?
You could only do the challenges together on that.
Oh. You want to do deceive?
It's up to you guys.
Fox, do you want to switch to deceive?
I'm always down, man.
Okay.
You wanna do one little?
Let's do the bike. Let's do the bike.
Yeah, it's fast. Okay.
Okay.
I beat you. I clean it faster. Look at this. Look at this skill. This skill. I'm a pro
Wow, dude,
washer.
you're so good.
Pro washer. 100% within seconds.
I'm so. I don't know.
Bleh.
Oh, bro. What was that thing that you were talking to me about the coins earlier?
Who?
With the was it Isaac?
Coins?
So
What do you mean?
the character's life is by coins.
Oh yeah, the keeper.
The keeper.
Is that what its name is?
Yeah.
So in a sense, I'm saying if I was playing, you know how, so instead of having hearts, it's how many coins you have obtained.
Nope.
Not
It's
really.
more like
Only
instead
two.
of. Yeah, you only get 2. It doesn't increase. It can only decrease.
Oh, wait.
It only all right. So let's just say if I do a deal with the devil and it costs me one heart, that coin heart's gonna be gone until I get like a HP up. Then maximum health I can have is 2 for that character.
Yep. Oh, he goes coins from for
And
the ones.
he's negative on luck stats, so that means less coins
It's
drop for me.
rarer.
Yep. Like he's just bad all across. Like I thought the loss would be bad. Nah, that guy's bad.
Yep. Oh, bro, you gotta get the DLC, bro.
I would love to,
There's some
but
fucking shit games.
I would love to, but that's it's $20 right there.
What happened to the 50 I gave you?
What they gave me? I spent that on food on multiple occasions.
Okay. Like food you needed?
Yeah, well, my family was hungry too, so yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be a Marcus.
No.
Oh, what the fuck?
We need to break
I don't
this.
even see it.
We need the front fender and brake disc.
Break this, got it.
Front fender. Move your fucking. There you go.
Whew. That was a tough one. Oh, look at me being a pro. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Wait until
Shit.
you guys.
Oh, no, you came in. Oh, I didn't finish it on you. You dirty boy. My
Remember the
controls.
bungalow.
Why
Bro,
is
the
my
fuck
controller
that bungalow.
vibrating? Oh, it's you.
Good luck with that.
Oh, dude, before the stream started, I put the swastika on the van.
Shh, the stream's not ended. You bad man. Bad man. Bad man.
No, I said I put the star symbol, right? Like the little Patrick star.
Yeah, Patrick.
The how
Yeah.
did hit? I'm just kidding.
You know what? Everybody, y'all have a good day / in the night. Most of all, take care, be safe,
Wait, I
stay
thought we were gonna
lit, and
play
remember
Deceive.
to love, peace, and chicken grease. Now we're gonna go play Deceive. And with that being said, halafia. Y'all get a memorize.